The Rock acknowledges his heat with Triple H. An update on Kevin Owens amid his WWE absence. Motor City Machine Guns reveal when they found out they were going to dethrone the Bloodline. Naomi scolds CM Punk. Jey Uso mind blown by a fan. Jacob Fatu breaks silence after a heartbreaking tragedy. Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins faction has a new member. Congratulations to Rey Mysterio. A major update on WWE's plans for Travis Scott. An unfortunate update on John Cena. A very worrying update on The Rock. Let's dive right in. An update on Kevin Owens amid his WWE absence. Imagine a WWE ring without Kevin Owens' fiery energy. The superstar was recently seen hanging out with a big name while sidelined from wrestling. KO missed WrestleMania 41 due to a major injury. He was set to battle Randy Orton at the epic event, but just before Mania, the former Universal Champion shared that ongoing neck problems required surgery. This left Orton without a rival for WrestleMania 41. In a stunning twist, TNA World Champion Joe Hendry stepped in to fill KO's spot at the grandest stage of them all. Japanese singer Kota Kumi posted photos on Instagram from WrestleMania 41 weekend, showing her with several WWE stars, including Owen. In her caption, she gave a heartfelt update on KO, saying she was sad he missed Mania due to his neck surgery, but wished for his strong comeback. We happened to meet with KO. He had treatment for her neck, which was really disappointing this time. But he still had the same sweet smile as he did 2 years ago. I hope that he can see another wonderful fight, she wrote. Before his injury news, Owens was deep in a rivalry with Randy Orton. In a chat with Denise Salcedo on Instant Culture, the Viper opened up about his real-life friend's absence. Orton said he's keeping Owens in his thoughts and believes KO will return soon to wrap up their intense storyline. So, I know he's got that feeling. And, I'll be thinking about him during this time. But I know he'll come back and we'll get to finish what we started, he said. No one knows yet when Kevin Owens will be back in the ring, ready to fight again in WWE. Motor City Machine Guns reveal when they found out they were going to dethrone the Bloodline. Think of the roar of a crowd as the Motor City Machine Guns celebrate a massive victory. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin shared the moment they learned they'd be stripping the Bloodline of the WWE Tag Team Championship, marking their first title win in the company. They burst onto SmackDown on October 18th last year and in just 1 week claimed the tag team crown. On October 25th, they defeated Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa in the main event of the Blue Brand. During a recent chat on Shaq Wrestling, Chris Sabin revealed they didn't know the Bloodline would lose the titles to them until they arrived at the arena that day. "We didn't know until the day of," Sabin said. "When we arrived at the building that day, we learned we were winning the championships. Is this a dream? Wake me up. Pinch me?" Alex Shelley chimed in. "I started thinking, just how are we going to do this? Okay, what's this going to look like?" And you go into the same mode you've been in for 20 plus years as pro wrestlers who've been fortunate enough to wrestle all over the world against legends. You're going to kill it. But how will it actually go? We don't have to think about these things because it's second nature to us. It's a huge honor, but it's a match. We're expected to do certain things. Despite joining WWE only 6 months ago, Shelley and Sabin are now playable in WWE 2K25 as part of the New Wave DLC. The Motor City Machine Guns shared how it felt to be in the game. "I was completely blown away by it," Sabin said. "It was so accurate. It was so realistic. I can't believe how good the video games look these days. It's part of the dream coming true." Shelley added, "It doesn't matter what we do for the rest of our lives. The toothpaste is out of the tube. You can't take this one away from us. It's ours now." The DLC pack also includes NXT stars Julia and Stephanie Vaquer, plus a celebrity guest. Naomi scolds CM Punk. Imagine the tension when Naomi, now thriving in her darker persona, locks horns with another WWE star. She's been making enemies left and right, and it seems CM Punk just joined that list. Naomi's been battling Jade Cargill in a fierce SmackDown feud. After losing to the Storm at WrestleMania 41, Naomi struck back by sabotaging Cargill's chance to become the #1 contender for Tiffany Stratton's WWE Women's Championship. Earlier today, during CM Punk's Instagram Live, he took a jab at Naomi, saying, "Go work out, Trinity. You're gonna need to. Jade's coming after your AOB." His words clearly got under her skin as she fired back, "WTF? Why would you bring up Jade? Bye." CM Punk is gearing up for Saturday night's main event on May 24th, where he'll team with Sami Zayn to face Paul Heyman's ruthless duo, Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins, in a tag team showdown. This new alliance has been dominating the Raw roster, even sidelining Roman Reigns. People are skeptical about Punk and Zayn teaming up, especially since Zayn's been hinting at a heel turn. In a Raw backstage moment last week, the Second City Saint admitted he struggles to trust anyone on the roster after Paul Heyman's betrayal at WrestleMania 41. Whether they get along or not, Punk and Zayn must put their differences aside for one night to take down Breaker and Rollins. Can they work together? Tune in to Saturday night's main event to see how this drama plays out. Jey Uso mind blown by a fan. Think of Jey Uso's jaw dropping at a fan event. The World Heavyweight Champion was at a signing and meet and greet, part of WWE's partnership with Fanatics, when one fan left him speechless. In a heartwarming moment captured on video, a fan dressed as Main Event, Jey Uso approached the champ. Instead of bringing a poster or card for Jey to sign, the fan had a wild surprise. It was a Merriam-Webster dictionary, open to the word yeet, now officially recognized, with Jey Uso's picture right next to it. Jey couldn't believe his eyes, exclaiming, "This isn't real." The fan insisted it was legit, and Jey signed the page, creating an unforgettable memory for both. Jey Uso has jumped into the fight alongside CM Punk against Seth Rollins and his new crew. Rollins and Bron Breakker had the edge, but with Punk, Jey, and Sami Zayn teaming up, the battle is now neck and neck. On the May 19th episode of Raw, Jey will go head-to-head with Bron Breakker in a non-title match. The two have a heated history, stemming from their rivalry in late 2024. Back then, Jey took the title from Breakker, only to lose it back in just over a week, his first singles championship. Now, as the World Heavyweight Champion after winning at WrestleMania 41, Jey's on a whole new level. He's a Royal Rumble winner and a top star. But if Breakker wins, he's likely to earn a shot at Jey's title. Seth Rollins already challenged Jey in his first title defense after Mania, but the match ended messily with no clear winner. Meanwhile, Logan Paul is set to face Jey for the World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event on May 24th, just days away. That same night, Rollins and Breakker will take on CM Punk and Sami Zayn in a heated showdown. Jacob Fatu breaks silence after a heartbreaking tragedy. Imagine the wrestling world struck silent by loss. Jacob Fatu, one of WWE's most intense stars, stays in character even outside the ring, but the tragic passing of ECW icon Sabu moved him to speak out on X. Sabu's death at 60 has left the wrestling community heartbroken. On this week's Raw, Michael Cole honored Sabu with a moving tribute, while Taz, his close friend and rival, broke down in tears on AEW Dynamite. Sabu's fearless style inspired countless wrestlers, including Fatu, who shared his grief in a simple post on X. Sabu tweeted Jacob Fatu. Sabu had wrestled his final match less than a month ago at a GCW event during WrestleMania 41 weekend, facing Joey Janela. His sudden passing has sent shockwaves through wrestling. At Backlash 2025, the Bloodline gained a new spark with Jeff Cobb's surprise debut. Cobb and Solo Sikoa helped Fatu keep his United States Championship in a chaotic four-way match. But tension is brewing between Fatu and Sikoa, and Cobb might get caught in the middle. According to WrestleVotes, WWE could be setting up a massive showdown between Fatu, the Samoan Werewolf, and former NJPW star Cobb later this year. They want to establish Cobb as a powerhouse first. I wouldn't say relatively soon, I'd say before the end of the year. Like Bill Apter said, they gotta introduce Jeff Cobb a little bit first. But I do think once that match does happen, it's gonna be impressive. Those are two big boys, those are two bangers, I'm really looking forward to it. Just don't know when yet, he said. No matter what, Cobb's arrival has injected fresh energy into the Bloodline, which had been losing steam in recent months. Bron Breakker and Seth Rollins' faction has a new member. Imagine a powerhouse faction getting even stronger. Seth Rollins, with Bron Breakker and Paul Heyman in his corner, has built a group that's hard to ignore. But lately, it's clear they might need one more member, and Breakker was recently seen with a 29-year-old WWE star who could be the perfect fit. That star is none other than Tony D'Angelo, the Don of NXT and a close friend of Breakker. Despite being caught up in a heated feud with his former underboss, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, D'Angelo took some time off to hang out with Breakker. The two went on a fishing trip, and Breakker posted a photo on his Instagram story showing them holding up their catches. Breakker, at 27, playfully bragged about winning their friendly contest, holding up 2 fish while D'Angelo had just 1. It looks like 2 buddies chilling, but with the D'Angelo family in chaos, their bond could spill onto the screen. Could D'Angelo turn to Rollins for backup, bringing the Visionary's influence to NXT? That's just a guess for now. Right now, Bron Breakker is the enforcer or dog of Rollins' faction, clearing a path for Rollins to dominate as the future of wrestling, and doing it with raw aggression. This week, he proved it by brutally attacking World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso backstage. That forced Adam Pearce to book a non-title match between Breakker and Uso for next week's Raw. It's a throwback to their intense Intercontinental Championship rivalry from last year. Will Breakker overpower Uso, or will Uso strike back? And could Rollins stir the pot? Find out next week on Raw. Congratulations to Rey Mysterio. Imagine the pride swelling in Rey Mysterio's heart. The WWE Hall of Famer has big news to celebrate. The National Hispanic Media Coalition announced they're set to honor him in a massive way at their annual awards on June 6, 2025 at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel in Beverly Hills, California. Mysterio will be recognized alongside some of the biggest names in the Hispanic community. The press release shared that WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio will receive the Legend Impact Award for his groundbreaking impact in sports entertainment and representation spanning across generations. He's not the only one being celebrated. Others, including Daniela Pineda, Acapulco, Cobra Kai, Chris Abrego, Isabella Merced, and Phil Lord will also receive awards. Brenda Castillo, president and CEO of the National Hispanic Media Coalition, spoke about the honorees. "We are proud to honor these visionary leaders who are not only breaking barriers, but building new paths for creatives to thrive. Our honorees are deeply rooted in the future of our culture. They represent the brilliance, power, and boundless potential of our community. In a time when visibility is resistance, celebrating our community isn't just tradition, it's a declaration. NHMC is committed to ensuring our stories are not only told, but centered in every space we enter." Rey Mysterio will accept his award at the ceremony on June 6th. A major update on WWE's plans for Travis Scott. Imagine the shock of a music icon stepping into the WWE ring. A fresh update has dropped about WWE's big plans for Travis Scott. After John Cena turned heel, won the Men's Elimination Chamber, and teamed up with Travis Scott and The Rock, new details emerged from PW Insider. There are talks of Scott competing in a match alongside Cena, with Scott available for Money in the Bank on June 7th at the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles, California. Word is the famous rapper has been training with Booker T to prepare for a possible in-ring debut. At WrestleMania 41, Scott played a key role when he distracted Cody Rhodes during the main event, helping Cena snatch the undisputed WWE Championship. Cena then defended the title against Randy Orton at WWE Backlash last Saturday. Wrestling icon Teddy Long recently weighed in on Scott's interference at Mania. Cody Rhodes had a stellar run as undisputed WWE champion after defeating Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40, but he lost the title to Cena at the grandest stage of them all last month. On Sportskeeda's The Wrestling Time Machine podcast, Long shared that he wasn't thrilled about Scott getting involved in such a huge title match, suggesting a different ending would have been better. Well, I don't really know what to say about that, you know what I mean? To involve Travis Scott in it. I like that, don't get me wrong, but I mean, something as serious as the world title there, I don't think I would have used Travis Scott. I think I would have maybe come up with another finish there or something where maybe Cody, slipped, as we said back in the day, slipped on the banana peel. Boom. Cena takes advantage of it. 1, 2, 3, he said. Cena is now set to appear on the June 9th episode of Raw after Money in the Bank. Everyone's waiting to see when Travis Scott will pop up next on WWE TV. An unfortunate update on John Cena. Imagine the disappointment rippling through the WWE crowd. A tough update has hit about John Cena, and it's not what fans hoped for. The multi-time champion won't be in the match everyone expected at Money in the Bank. The epic history between Cena and CM Punk at this event is legendary. Their clash ended one of WWE's greatest feuds, with Punk pulling off a stunning victory in Chicago, walking out as WWE champion. Fans were dying for a rematch to reignite this iconic rivalry, but PW Insider Elite reports it's not happening at Money in the Bank. WWE still wants the match though, and is saving it for later this year when the moment feels perfect. Instead, Cena is set to team up with Travis Scott at the Money in the Bank event. This news has left many fans frustrated. Ever since Cena announced his retirement, the dream of one final Cena-Punk showdown has gripped the WWE universe. With their storied past and Cena planning to retire by year's end, this could be their last chance to face off in the ring. Fans thought Money in the Bank would deliver, but now they'll have to hold on a bit longer for this epic clash. A very worrying update on The Rock. Imagine The Rock, once untouchable, facing a rough patch. This year has been tough for the final boss, and now there's more bad news piling on after he skipped WrestleMania. The Brahma Bull hasn't won over WWE fans lately, and it's starting to show. He appeared during Raw's Netflix debut and at Elimination Chamber, where he helped John Cena turn heel. Everyone thought he'd stick around since Cena had sold his soul to him. It seemed odd for The Rock to miss WrestleMania entirely, but that's exactly what happened. On a Pat McAfee podcast, he explained he showed up to boost Elimination Chamber ticket sales and took a swipe at WrestleMania's creative choices, saying he'd have done it differently. Fans didn't take kindly to his words. Now, it's hitting him online too. Reports say The Rock has lost a staggering 5 million Instagram followers over the past 5 months, with a steady drop. Once one of the most followed stars on social media, he's still a big name. But losing 500,000 followers in just the last month is a red flag. His follower count spiked after his January WWE appearance, but it's been sliding ever since. The Rock acknowledges his heat with Triple H. Imagine the wrestling world buzzing with whispers of a hidden feud. The Rock's no-show at WrestleMania 41 sparked tons of talk about bad blood with Triple H. Wrestling veteran Vince Russo pointed to a strange moment at the Hall of Fame ceremony, where Triple H posed beside a wax statue of himself. The statue's over-the-top facial expression caught eyes, and Russo thinks it was no accident. He suspects someone was poking fun at the game, and he's got a hunch The Rock was behind it. On the Wrestling Outlaws, the former WWE head writer spilled his thought. "Look at this wax figure, hold on. Are you gonna tell me? Are you gonna tell me somebody is not ribbing Triple H? Are you going to tell me somebody is not getting a wax figure of Triple H made to look like this, bro? Can I tell you something, Chris? This has The Rock's name written all over it." Former WWE staffer Tommy Carlucci also chimed in, suggesting there's real tension between The Rock and Triple H that's dragging down the shows. On Behind the Turnbuckle, The Last Word, he shared how this year's WrestleMania fell flat, hinting that their clash is hurting the product. "I think there's a lot of heat backstage. I think The Rock and Triple H are having some heat. And it's showing with the product because it's just not there. You know, WrestleMania is probably one of the worst WrestleManias we've seen in a long time. And now Backlash looked like a house show." Tommy Carlucci said, "It's still unclear if solid proof of this rumored feud will surface anytime soon.